This is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, David Muir.
Good evening. We're coming back on the air for just a short time here after a day of history made in this country. A former president criminally charged, arrested, appearing before the judge. Former President Trump reacting just moments ago, just hours after pleading not guilty himself to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records here in New York. The former president is now back at Mar-a-Lago responding publicly to the charges for the first time. And here's what he said just moments ago.
As it turns out, virtually everybody that has looked at this case, including rhinos and even hardcore Democrats, say there is no crime and that it should never have been brought. Never have been brought. Even people that aren't big fans have said it. They said this is not the right thing to do.
All right, let's go to Rachel Scott, who's in the room in Mar-a-Lago. That is the first reaction to what, again, is an unprecedented day in U.S. history, which is why we're on the air to offer that reaction. We listened in until the moment when he specifically addressed this case, what played out today. And I know, Rachel, you've also been listening to a litany of complaints that he's had before. You'd have to fact check in real time. We're not going to do that now. But in particular relation to this case, to what he went through today, to what we watched unfold today, he made a point of saying to the crowd gathered there in Mar-a-Lago that Alvin Bragg, the district attorney here in Manhattan, he believes is politically motivated and ran on a campaign, he said, to go after the former president.
Exactly, David. He said before Alvin Bragg even took the position as district attorney that he was out to get him from the very beginning. The former president's goal tonight is to paint this as purely political. In fact, he called for all of the charges to be dropped immediately. And David, I'm struck by just a remarkable change in tone this is. We saw the former president stoic as he entered and left the courtroom. Well, then within hours of being charged, criminally charged with serious felonies, he entered this room in what honestly feels very much like a campaign-style event. He worked the room, shaking hands, waving to supporters as he took his time and made his way up to the stage to chants of USA, USA. And at the very mention of the district attorney, the crowd here started booing. This is a former president who is defiant. One source described him as determined, up for the challenge tonight, and very resolute. But if this is any sign, he is only going to lean into this as we get closer to the November 2024 election, David.
All right, Rachel Scott, who's already covering the race for the White House for us. Rachel, thank you. I want to get right to John Carl, who's been monitoring this with me on the air with me all day today. And John, you and I also took note of the judge in that courtroom, Lower Manhattan, 15th floor of the building, with a warning for the criminal defendant in front of him, the former president, before he left that courtroom today.
Yeah, there was an extraordinary moment where one of the prosecutors actually handed out copies of some of Trump's social media posts calling for death and destruction and threatening the DA, Alvin Bragg. And the judge gave a warning to both sides, saying refrain from any comments, any statements that could incite violence. So, we'll see how Donald Trump is with his attack specifically on the judge. But the judge and the prosecutor expressed concerns about the safety of witnesses, the safety of future jurors, and unsaid the safety of the prosecutors as well.
John Carl has been with us all day. John, really appreciate it. Our thanks to John and Rachel and the entire team. Our coverage continues on ABC News Live, Nightline, Good Morning America, first thing in the morning, of course. I'm David Muir here in New York. Good night.
This has been a special report from ABC News.